Okay, HadesOmega here. I'm doing a quick video, a how-to video on how to change the battery on your KLX140. This should work for all the KLX140 dirt bike family of bikes. The regular KLX140, the KLX140L. That's what this version is, and the KLX140G, the big version, the full-size bike. So yeah, it's time to go change the battery on this bike. It's slowly been dying down throughout the years, and I finally decided to buy a new battery. So I went with a BikeMaster True Gel battery this time. This is the first time I've actually changed the battery on this bike. So I got the battery on a charger right now. It's just maintaining the battery right now. So yeah, before we can put that battery in, we gotta take the bike apart. So you're gonna need take the first step would be to take the plastics off. I think the battery's it's back here somewhere. I don't quite remember, but we'll find out. It's not too hard. It's not too hard a task. So you need to get a 8mm socket. Yeah, you need an 8mm socket because it'll be hard to get a wrench in that. So anyway, so what I've opted to use is a T-handle wrench on these guys, or a T-handle socket. Okay, there's that one. And then I think it's just one bolt, and then it should just come out. You just kind of pull it out. There is a little peg thingy here. You just pull it out over there. Hopefully it won't break. And then just go ahead and do that. This is a Pro Circuit. My bike has a T4 Pro Circuit exhaust. It'll be a little bit different from yours if you don't have one, but it should be pretty much the same process. So here's the other one right here. Okay. Same thing, just kind of pull it off. There'd be a peg back here, I think. Alright. Plastics are off. Bike is naked now. Almost, anyway. And then you're gonna get I think that's a 10. That looks like a 10, yeah. I'm gonna get a 10mm socket or wrench. And these are kind of weird. There's a nut on the other side. It's not like a normal, like most bikes. So there's a nut on the other side. There's one here and one here. So you're going to need a wrench also. And that wrench is a 12mm. So go ahead and get a 12mm. Put it on the nut on the other side. Yeah, just put a nut on the other side. Man, this is going to be hard to do with two hands. And as I try to loosen this one, the wrench will start moving. Hit the fender and allow me to take the bolt. So I'm trying to do this one-handed. I'll do the other side with two hands. I'll put the camera down. Okay, so when you got it pretty loose, you should be able to just take the nut out from the other end. Voila, there it is. It's a little locking nut. Take that out, don't lose it. You should be able to slide this one out. If you're having trouble, try to press down on the seat. It might help you loosen it like that. Or you can just unscrew it. Okay, I'm doing it right now. Okay. That's somewhere safe. And that one, do the other side. So when you get this 2 bolts out, you should be able to take the seat out. Mine has this fender pack here, so it makes it a little bit of pain in the ass to take the seat out. It should just come out. Then you gotta pull it back. It's been a minute since I've taken it out. I may have to take this out. Okay, so should be able to just take it out. Mine has this also a quick strap here. Yours probably won't have that. Just pull it back and up. It should come out. Okay, there you go. So what's holding it in the front is this thing here. This kind of little mushroom thing right here. If it's not holding it, then you'd probably then put the seat back on if you took it out at some point. And then the battery is right here in the center. And you want to unbolt the battery here. Probably looks like an 8 mil. So go ahead and get an 8 mil and loosen these. Okay. Okay. Should be able to lift it right off. So here's what's on my bike right now. I don't know if this is a stock battery or not. It's an extreme 12 volts AGM battery, so it's actually a pretty good battery. I think it's just had it, you know. And I think once you take the cover off, you should be able to take the battery out after you unhook it. Let's go ahead and I think I'm going to clean it up a little bit first. And my battery's a little bit dirty, so I'm going to go get a hose and clean it a little bit. I'm going to go kind of clean that area up a little bit first. Okay. So mine has these extra kind of eyelet plugs here for the battery, but yeah, yours probably won't have them. So here you got the positive and a negative marked here. I will take out let's take the negative first out. Just try your best not to have this touch. Like, it's okay for the negative to touch, but if you did this on the positive, you're gonna get sparks. So just be careful. Because the frame is right next to it. You could probably scoot it away from the frame too if you want to do that. So just go get an 8 mil and then unbolt the battery. And then there's the little screw. Maybe your new battery might have the screws as well. So this is the kind of battery tender cable I was talking about, and this is the actual cable for the bike. And let's go do the same thing with the other one, and just for the positive, just be really careful not to touch anything when you're... Let's see, oh, that was really loose already. It's probably a good idea to put a little Loctite or a thread locking compound on these when you put them back, because the vibrations may loosen it. Okay, so there you go. Got 2 of those screws out, and then the battery should just lift right out. Boom, there it goes. Batteries plus. No, I don't think this is a stock battery. Also, there'll be these little little bars in there with the thread in it. Try not to lose those. You may have to reuse them. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna go clean up the little area. Since we kind of got access, I'm just gonna blow some air on it. Should have some kind of foam. Yeah, there is, to help with vibrations and stuff. All right, so we're gonna go get our new battery. Finally, take this bad boy off the charger and put it in the bike. There it is. Let's take it out of the box. So this one came with a little kit, little baggie here with all the screws and stuff. So go ahead and take that stuff out. If you don't have, if it didn't come with one, you can reuse the ones from your old battery probably. Okay, so there's a little comparison with the old battery and the new battery. It's pretty much the same. This is a gel battery, and I think you have to have, you can't have like an acid battery. You can't have a non-sealed lead acid battery on this bike because the battery lays down. So yeah, one way to make this bike lighter would be to get a lithium battery. They're really light. I went with the True Gel battery because you can let them sit for a while. But an AGM battery is pretty good, just like this one. This is actually a pretty good battery right here. This is a 6 amp hour battery. This one does not say. It's not saying. Okay. All right. So go ahead and go get your little kit. Since I got new hardware, I'm gonna go use it. Okay, so these are those little bars I was talking about earlier. I don't know if it matters. What we'll do is, so you just put it inside here. That. Go ahead and do that with the other one. And then just to make sure you put it in the right direction, I would put the screw in it. See if it threads in. And it looks like we're good. Okay. Just do the same thing for the other one. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, you're gonna wanna put some of this, some thread locking compound on it, so it doesn't come loose. You notice how it was pretty easy for me to unbolt it. It was like a little too easy. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And at the same time, I'm going to make sure these terminals are clean. So go ahead and get a wire brush of some sort and clean these. They don't look bad. They might have some kind of like acid on it. They shouldn't because it's sealed lead acid, but just go ahead and clean those up a little bit. You might as well do a little maintenance while you're here. Okay, just go get like a wire brush of some sort, and then just clean the terminals with this. Just like kind of like that. I'm doing it with one hand, so it's like it's not really a thing. And then just make sure everything's nice and clean, not rusted and stuff. Okay, so I went and cleaned them up a bit. They look good. They still look good anyways. So just remember, the positive was on the left side of the bike. If you were to look this way, it's on the left side, and the negative is on the top. Yeah, you can see the color of the wire too. So go ahead and just place your battery down there. Oops, see, I already lost one of the bars. Try not to lose it. If it's on the side stand and it's leaning, it might fall out. So just be careful. Okay. And then just go ahead and do the opposite. Just put it back together. Put this back, and then whatever was hooked up to it before, and then put some of this on the bolt, so it's not so hard to come off. Don't use red Loctite. All right. Okay. So I got this one in already. I'm not gonna lie. This one's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to do. Just because of the way the wiring is. Just try your best. I got this one on there. Pretty easy. You may have to try to move the bars closer to the top to get it to thread in if it's all the way at the bottom. And just go ahead and tighten it. For some reason the closed end isn't working on this. Just make sure it's pretty snug and tight, so you don't want that coming out while you're riding. Okay. And I did put some Loctite on it. And then let's go ahead and drop it back, or drop it in the place where it's supposed to be. And then yeah, just make sure this wire isn't touching anything. It's kind of exposed a little bit here, but it should be fine. The seat's plastic, so yeah, it should be fine. Okay, so that's the batteries installed, and then we'll just have to put the bike back together. You might want to see if it works. Okay, the light's nice and bright. That looks good. You can actually fire it up too. Well, I'm not going to fire it up right now. Also, I wanted to mention that that the battery for the KLX, if you wanted to use one of these Bike Master True Gel batteries, that's the part number for it, MG7L-BS, Mike Golf 7 Lima-Bravo Sierra, right there. So if you wanted to order one of these, it's a good battery. Okay, right. Now go ahead and put your little cover back on. And then put the little bolts back in. Just go ahead and tighten it up. Don't tighten it super tight because it's a plastic cover. Okay. It's nice and secure there, it's not going to hop around. Then go ahead and put your seat back on. Okay, so go ahead and put the bolts, the nuts back in. And just go tighten it up with your wrenches. Alright, then just go put your plastics back on. So there'll be a little peg right here. You want to get that in the hole. Press it in. And go ahead and put your screw back in. Okay, and go ahead and just tighten the bolt holding the plastic down. Okay, do the same thing for the other side. Just remember where the pins are. This one, I don't know why the grommet has come out. It's not really doing anything anymore. Okay, and that's it. You're done. Like I said, you could have checked it earlier to see if it works. It should be fine. Okay, it's good. That's it. So I hope you've learned something. It wasn't too hard. It should probably take about less than half an hour if you know what you're doing. So, and now you know what you're doing. So yeah, there you go. It wasn't too hard. HadesOmega out.